41 Names of Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, Part 3 of 4. Number 21, Kamal Patraksh, lotus-eyed. Bhavapyayo hi bhutanam shruto vistarasho maya tvataha Kamal Patraksha mahatmaya pi chavyayam. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 11, verse 2. The Supreme One is described in the Upanishad as having lotus eyes. Krishna's eyes have the beauty of a lotus flower. The Lord's glances are cooling and are filled with mercy to his devotee. They grant innumerable blessings on the one so blessed to be seen by him. Duryodhana even had addressed Krishna at Vidur's home as Pundarikaksh, meaning a lotus-eyed one. Number 22, Keshi Nishudana, slayer of the demon Keshi. Arjun Uvacha, Sanyasasya Mahabhavo Tattvamichhami Veditum Tyagasya cha Rushikesha Prithak Keshi Nishudana. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, verse 1. Krishna is called Keshi Nishudana, slayer of the horse demon. The demon was dispatched by Krishna's evil uncle Kamsa, who was destined to die at Krishna's hands. Keshi galloped at the speed of thoughts, wore out the earth with his hooves. Krishna caught hold of Keshi's two legs and tossed them to a greater distance. He then choked Keshi to death with his mighty arms. Number 23, Krishna, the one who attracts all towards him, attractor of all beings. Chanchalam hi manaha Krishna pramati balavadradam tasyaham nigraham manye vayoriva sudushkaram. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, verse 34. Krishna means black, dark blue, or the all-attractive. The word Krish is the attractive feature of the Lord's existence, and Na means spiritual pleasure. If we analyze semantics derivation of the word Krishna, we find that Na signifies one who stops the repetition of birth and death, and Krish means existence. Thus, Krishna is the whole of existence, the absolute truth. Number 24, Madhav, descendant of Madhu, sweet like honey. Tasma narha vayam hantu tartarashran svabandhavan swajanam hi katham hatva sukhina syama madhava. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 1, verse 37. The word Madhava in Sanskrit is a Vriddhi derivation of the word Madhu, which means honey. It therefore functions as an adjective describing anything related to honey or sweetness. By extension, the word describes a person descended from the Madhu clan. Krishna attracts all being due to his four Madhuris, the external sweetness, namely Venu Madhuri, Rupa Madhuri, Lila Madhuri, and Ras Madhuri. Number 25, Madhusudan, slayer of demon Madhu. Yo yam yogastava proktam samyena madhusudana etasyaham na pashyami chanchal tvatvi stitim stiram. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, verse 33. Madhusudan literally means the one who slayed the demon Madhu. During Krishna Avatar, the 8th incarnation of Vishnu, we did not come across a demon called Madhu killed by Krishna. Arjun nevertheless makes use of the name Madhusudan several times in Bhagavad Gita to address Krishna. This was because all names attributed to Lord Vishnu are interchangeably used to address Lord Krishna. Number 26, Mahatman, Great Spirit, Mighty Spirit. Kasmat Shatena Nameran Mahatman Gariyase Brahmano api adi karte Ananta Devesha Jagat Nivasa Tamaksharam Sat Param Yata. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 11, verse 37. Mahatma means great spirit. the most magnanimous and unlimited. The word Atma has been explained in Mahabharata. The Supreme Lord is pervading everywhere in everything because He is the controller of all, the dispenser of the results of all action, abiding in each and every body, and the first recipient of all sense enjoyments. And because He is eternal, He is known as Atman, the soul of all. Number 27, Mahabaho, mighty arm. Kachino bhaya vibrashta, chinna brahmaiva nashyati, apratishto mahabaho, vimudo brahmanaha pati. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, verse 38. Krishna was invincible and the greatest warrior of the era. As a young boy, Krishna killed Putana, Trinavarta, Vatsasura, Pakasura, Agasura, Haritasura, Vyomasura, Keshi, Kuvalyapida. He lifted the Mount Govardhan with his little finger. In hand-to-hand combat, he defeated Chanur and Jambuvan, the mighty bear king. Number 28, Param Brahma, Supreme Brahman. Param Brahma, Param Dhamam, Pavitram Param Bhavan, Purusham Shashvatam Divya, Madi Deva Majam Vibhum. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, verse 12. Brahman is the aggregate of all fragments of spirit. The fragments are the same kind. They are blissful, knowledgeable, and eternal. The living beings inhabiting these worlds are all spotless sparks of Brahman, encased inside a flawed material covering. Param Brahman Krishna is never under the control of the material energy. This is the difference between God and the living entity. Number 29, Param Dhamam, Supreme Abode. Param Brahma, Param Dhamam, Pavitram Param Bhavan, Purusham Shashvatam Divyam, Adi Deva Majam Vibhum. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, verse 12. In Vedanta philosophy, Param Dham is interpreted as either Brahman or Brahmalok. Param Dharma is also mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, verse 821. He who has been mentioned as the unmanifested, the unmutable, they call him the supreme goal. That is the supreme abode of mind, reaching which they do not return. Number 30, Parameshwar, Supreme Lord. Evam et yatha tathatvam atmane parameshwara drashtumichhami te rupam ishwaram purushottamam. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 11, verse 3. Krishna has sovereignty over all demigods. Arjuna said, "You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the ultimate abode, the purest, the absolute truth. You are the eternal, transcendental, original person, the unborn, the greatest." All the great sages such as Narada, Asita, Devala and Vyasa confirm this truth about you, and now you are declaring it to me. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, verse 12-13.